Hello, everyone. I want to thank Tammy Ween and Tony Kyriopoulos for inviting me to be part of this series on spirituality. And I want to take today and talk with you about a saint, and a saint whose life has been recorded in Scripture and extended upon in the tradition of the Church, but a saint who is with me every day because I have an icon of him in my home. And the purpose of this talk is to explain why icons have enhanced my faith. Yes, I'm an Orthodox, and I'm a member of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese of America and also a Faith and Order Commission of the NCC, and I'm an Assistant Professor of Theology at Providence College in Providence, Rhode Island. And the saint I'd like to talk to you about today, and the icon I'm going to show you in just a minute, is for Saint Dismas. Saint Dismas, who is also called, I guess I'm going to back this up. Hard to see here. He's called the wise thief. And this is the thief who was on the right hand of Jesus while crucifixion was taking place. His feast day is March 25th. And I just want to read to you the account from the Gospel of Luke about him. One of the criminals who was hanged hurled insults at him, Jesus saying, "Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us." The other rebuked him, saying, Do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence? We are indeed justly receiving the due reward of our deeds. But this man, Jesus, has done nothing wrong. And he said, "Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus answered him, "Truly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." And I can't help but think of the comfort that these words gave to the early Christians. Saint Dismas, that's Gospel of Luke, chapter 23, verses 39 to 43. Saint Dismas, there he is the patron saint of prisoners in the Orthodox Church. He is the saint who anyone engaging in hospital ministry will carry paper icons of to hand out to prisoners. He's someone who had committed a crime, but just because he's committed a crime doesn't mean he's not going to be saved. So that is a very important message, I think, for me, that we are all going to sin, but that doesn't necessarily mean salvation is out of our grasp. I leave this icon. This icon is situated inside the door of my home. So I see it before I leave every day, and I see it when I return home every day. And this icon has become like a prayer for me. There are the words, "Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom," which is my favorite prayer. But also just seeing this every day is a reminder. I may not have the chance to come close and read the words, but just seeing Saint Dismas, knowing his story, is very comforting. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about his story, because the tradition of the church not only has given him a name, but has elaborated with regard to his story. It turns out when the Holy Family was leaving Egypt, right, to escape Herod's kind of murder of the innocents, a band of thieves approaches them on the road and wants to rob them. And they take the donkey that the Mother of God was sitting on. And one of the thieves, Dismas, approaches her because she's got the baby clutched to her chest, right? Clutched to her body. And he wants to see what is so valuable. And when he looks at the baby, the thief says, if God himself were to take human flesh, he would not be more beautiful than this child. So turning to his companions, he says, let's leave them alone. So according to the tradition, 33 years later, it's the same thief, Dismas, who Christ will encounter while on the cross. I just want to take one more minute and talk about icons as prayers. This icon in particular reminds me, every time I see it, reminds me of how generous and how loving Christ is, regardless of what we've done, right? And how God's mercy is never ending, even in the worst of possible circumstances. It reminds me of an Amy Grant song, which talks about God's mercy being in the middle of all things, all horrible things. God's mercy is right there in the middle. So this prayer, "Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom," is a very special prayer for me. And I just wanted to share this with you. Thank you.